In the summer of 1940, Britain was an island under siege. Day after day, the skies over the south of England became a battlefield. The faint, muffled roar of engines, the distant crackle of anti-aircraft fire, this was the sound of survival. Young men, barely out of their teens, climbed into the cockpits of their Spitfires and Hurricanes. They were not glorious heroes in the way history books might tell it. They were simply doing their duty, banking through clouds, a thin line of defense between their home and the vast hostile skies. Their faces were anonymous, their resolve quiet but absolute. But while this epic struggle raged in the heavens, another war was being fought on the ground, a quieter, more personal battle, hidden away in the rolling green of the English countryside. Here, nestled among trees, stood Fairfield Hospital. It was a large, austere building, a tuberculosis sanatorium. Its corridors were long, its windows tall, letting in a pale, filtered light. Inside, the world was muted, the silence broken only by the soft tread of nurses' shoes and the whisper of the wind outside. There was no sentimentality here, just calm, efficient care. In one of the beds lay a 10-year-old boy. He wore the simple clothes of the era, and on his neck was a swelling, the telltale sign of his illness. He was treated with dignity, his condition a fact of life, not a source of horror. He, and others like him, were fighting their own private war against an invisible enemy. Their battle was one of patience, of endurance, of hoping for a future that felt uncertain. Miles away, in a small working-class village, life carried on under the shadow of rationing. In a two-down cottage, a mother sat by a faintly glowing coal fire. On the table lay the family's ration books, a constant reminder of scarcity. With careful hands, she prepared a small parcel, a few simple treats, perhaps a biscuit or a piece of fruit saved from her own meager allowance, all wrapped with love. Once a month she would make the long journey by bus, clutching this small offering. Her face was a mask of worry and determination, her love expressed not in tears but in this steadfast ritual. As her bus rumbled through the countryside, the drone of aircraft engines might occasionally pass overhead, a reminder of the other war. The two battles, one fought with machines and fury, the other with medicine and quiet hope, were intertwined. The fate of the boy in the sanatorium, and thousands like him, depended on the outcome of the fight in the sky. There was another, unspoken fear that hung in the air, a shadow that never fully lifted. It was in the locked doors of the hospital, the guarded gates, the stacks of official paperwork. In Nazi-occupied Europe, just across the channel, a different fate awaited the vulnerable. The sick, the disabled, those deemed unworthy of life, were being systematically eliminated. This knowledge was a silent, chilling undercurrent. The threat was never spoken aloud, but it was there. Britain's defiance was not just about protecting its shores, it was about protecting its people, all of them. It was a stand against a worldview where a boy in a hospital bed was not a child to be cured, but a burden to be discarded. And Britain held. The line did not break. The skies were secured, and the dark tide was kept at bay. Decades pass. Decades the same building, Fairfield, still stands, but it has been transformed. The austere hospital is now a peaceful country hotel. The long corridors that once echoed with the quiet footsteps of nurses now lead to comfortable rooms. On a Sunday afternoon, the pale light of the sanatorium has been replaced by the warm glow of a dining room. A family sits at a table, enjoying a meal together. Laughter fills the space where silence once reigned. The past is still here, held within the old brick walls, but the fear is gone. It has been replaced by the simple, precious, ordinary rhythm of life, a quiet testament to the battles, both seen and unseen, that were won so long ago, a quiet gratitude for a future that was fought for and secured.